Probability of human survival within critical range.
The Skyans are tampering with equipment from the old world. Who knows what they'll do if we don't put a stop to them. I'm ready. Make me a trooper.
So be it. Prove yourself as a trooper, and maybe I'll restore you to commander. The rank of trooper is not without its own privileges. You now have access to Class 2 goods, including a new set of armor. Contact Oskill at the Computing and Research Center to see what you can purchase now. Besides that, I suppose you have questions about your new rank.
What are my duties as a trooper?
I will explain after I have briefed you on recent developments. The Silo attack highlighted the unacceptably poor state of our intelligence network. I have therefore dispatched all available combat squads to the borders. They are to form an early warning system and close up any gaps in our defense.
And what's my role in all this?
We still have no reports from the Caracas border. The scouts I sent there were all equipped with a tracker. The few signals we can pick up are barely recognizable. Half the unit is dead, the other half missing. I want to know what has happened. Bring me those scouts.
You're okay.
Train me.
Ready for your next lesson?
That makes no sense.
know the game. Give me Elex, and I'll trade you.
Here's your Elex. Let's trade.
Sure, fine, whatever.
What?
Hey, Jax, over here. Well, look who we have here. The mighty commander. I have an offer for you. What do you say?
Who the hell are you?
I'm a person like you. A person people are always judging. I get accused of a lack of efficiency. But it would take too long to... I knew that. It's like this. Some of the other collectors supply me with Elex so I can meet my... You're probably wondering why they would do... The answer's simple. Elex rations. More than they would get otherwise. The Elex that our leaders denied. But I need your help if I want to keep this setup going. In return, I'll sell you items that you can't get your hands on any other way. And as a little bonus, I'll even teach... I'm being watched. The agents, unsurprisingly, started to wonder how I always met my quotas, without going out as often as the others. But I see what I do as a service to the community, so I'd like to take advantage of your freedom from observation.
What do you need?
Some of us have the luxury of squirreling away extra Elex rations. Those are your target. open up their safes, and bring me the rations.
Isn't that a little obvious?
No. Their special permissions mean they can get extra rations anytime, and that's exactly what they're doing. Some don't even notice. They think they took the Elex themselves and forgot about it. If your knowledge of safes is a little rusty, I can teach you how to open them.
Where can...
Your target is the agents and researchers. Shh.
Hey, you! Hey, friend. Spare a ration for a hard-working E9er?
What?
New here.
Depends.
Okay, listen, I just need a little Elex to tide me over until my next... So you got something for... Better than nothing. Thank you so much. If you get a hold of any more...
One weekly ration received.
That was your last free... What do you need?
Not right now.
Very good.
Hey, Jax, wait.
Yeah?
I was thinking, and I need to talk to you, but not here.
What do you need?
I have a problem. You actually might be the only person who can help me.
What makes you think that?
You already violated the directive, and you're still in one piece. I need help from someone with that kind of experience.
You're planning to violate the directive?
Hey, not so loud. Come with me. Let's talk.
So, tell me your big secret.
Before I say too much, let me ask you, what do you think about the new rules?
What do you mean, exactly?
Do you think it's good that people are allotted a fixed Elex ration? That some get more, some less, but all have to take what they're given?
I think everybody should be able to decide how much Elex they want to take.
So you think some people are more effective with less Elex?
Yeah.
I think, okay, I'm gonna tell you something, but you can't tell anyone, understand? Do I have your word?
I promise.
Right, so I stopped taking Elex.
What? That's what you were making such a big deal about?
Do you have any idea how serious this is? They could execute me for this. If they discover I haven't been taking my E6 ration, I have no idea what they'd do.
And why are you telling me this?
I hoped you would understand my problem, and maybe help me solve it.
What exactly do you expect me to do?
When I had field duty, I was always able to dump my rations outside. But now, I've been assigned to the City Watch, so I've been hiding my Elex in my trunk. There's an inspection coming up. If I can't get rid of the Elex before then...
About your Elex rations. I'll help you get rid of them.
Thank you. I had no other way out of this. Here, take this key. It's for my trunk in the barracks. That's where my Elex is.
Why did you stop?
When the new directive went into effect, I got a lot less Elex than in the days of the hybrid. I was scared, terrified even. It was like I was losing who I was. I started questioning everything. But then, as the weeks passed, I started to feel the benefits. Fear drove me to make the right decisions. There was a moment where I realized what was happening. Making the right decisions made me happy. Emotions are just kind of a reward system. Make the right decisions and you feel good. I basically become addicted to making correct, effective decisions. I don't want to take Elex anymore. It makes me weak and ineffective. I hope you understand what I'm getting at.
Anything I need to keep in mind?
Just don't let anybody see you opening my trunk. That includes me. I'm a guard. If I see you opening that trunk and don't stop you, then I might as well just execute myself. One more thing. I don't know if I mentioned it, but there's an inspection in a few days. If the Elex isn't gone by then, I'm finished. So there's a deadline on this. Now I need to get back before anyone notices I'm gone. I'm really counting on you.
Presenting for Elex, sir.
Rank,
E6, sir. Soldier.
special permit,
None.
nominal effectiveness,
8.
within tolerance. You're clear to receive 1 standard E6 at the silo. Next. Rank
Presenting for Elex, technician, sir.
and your level, technician.
E4. Wait, no, E3. I was just promoted to...
E3. Yes. Okay, special permit.
Yes, level E10, child.
Is that correct? Your child is a participant in the emotion experiment?
Yes, that's correct.
And you know this will lower your own level.
I do.
Okay. Nominal effectiveness, NA. You're clear to receive 1 standard E8. Here.
Thank you.
Next.
Hi.
Rank.
I'm a collector.
Special permit?
No, that's why
Nominal effectiveness?
0! Fucking 0! You're asking me, when was the last time you... Sorry. My effectiveness is low. Near 0.
L6 emotional display noted.
Please, okay? I'm sorry. I need a special permit. For more. I can't do it like this. It's too much. It's way too much. These feelings like a...
Special permit denied. We cannot make exceptions. With the silo gone, there isn't enough. You're clear to receive 1 standard E9. Next.
Please,
Leave. Now.
How are the factions supposed to settle their disputes when they spend most of their time on petty crap? What's even more interesting is why it's bothering me at all.
Rank?
Trooper.
E6 then. Okay. Special permit.
No, I don't have one.
Nominal effectiveness?
Maybe somewhere between 7 and 9.
Within tolerance. Okay. Everything noted? Yes. Let's see. You are level E8. Pretty low. Try it anyway. If you have emotional problems, come back in 2 to 4 weeks. We can revisit this assessment. Standard E8. Here you go. That will be all. You are free to go.
You don't have authorization to be here. Leave right... Good. Maybe later.
A human? Why are you...
I'm one of you. I was an alb before, and I am one again.
Ah, yes. Are you...
To some.
It's really you. Your overthrowing of the hybrid totally changed how... I'm probably one of the very few here who don't hate you for that. All my work is based on what you achieved.
What?
As the only teacher, I am responsible for supervising our young. I have been since we started letting them grow up without Elex as an experiment. Are you interested in the emotional development of our younger generation?
Yeah. What exactly is involved?
The integration of Elex into an organism causes neurochemical processes inhibiting emotion. Exactly how this happens remains unclear. Here with the children, we're trying to create the effect of Elex consumption without the introduction of Elex itself, through mental exercises alone. This is my primary goal, developing the emotional strength of our young. I think it would be unwise to have you amongst my students, but I see no reason I could not give you a private lesson. There's just one condition. Your thirst for knowledge must remain strong.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. We can begin as soon as you are ready. What do you...
How old are the children?
We do not yet know. This experiment is the first of... Emotional development is not something that can...
What do the children...
They have emotions like everyone, so I imagine they do the same. Learning and...
Do the kids learn anything else here?
Of course. A large part of the program consists of training in biotechnical sciences. The fusion of living beings. Our mutants being a good example of an application of this science. That is a good question. There is report data of Elexiters that can still control mutants, but it is unconfirmed. What is confirmed is how regularly our patrols are attacked by them. That being the case, I am short of objects for my students to examine.
You need mutants for your classes?
Yes? That gives me an idea. Moss says you're a good soldier. I'd like to hire you as a supplier.
Supplier? For mutants, or what?
That's right. You could supply me with mutant parts. Of course, I would provide you with motivation in the form of payment. So, what do you think?
I'll get you mutants for your class.
Good. Let's start with something easy. I set some bait with my students last week to attract rote mulches.
Rote mulches? Those disgusting rat-like mutants?
Yes, that's an accurate description. The class and I treated the bait with a contrast medium that makes the creature's entrails glow. Now we collect them so I can demonstrate how the inner organs of the mutants are laid out. Any questions?
I brought...
Excellent. Thank you. I will preserve them for later dissection in biology class with my students. You won't be able to help me with that. Was it difficult, hunting down the road mulches?
Do I look...
You are very confident. Interesting. I think this will do as a reward, considering how easy it was for you. Now that's been taken care of, I'll need to deal with these entrails pretty quickly. Once I'm done with this, I could use your help again. So check back in a couple of days.
The silo was almost empty.
Hey, what are you doing here? I see. Then I can't stop you. But don't touch anything.
There you are. I've been expecting you. Your purchase authorization has been increased. You can now purchase Class 2 goods. Just ask when you want to see the stock.
Show me...
Please.
I see I won't be... My name is Cora. I'm a neuroethologist.
A neuro what now?
In terms you might understand, I study neurological structures corresponding with certain behaviors in...
And how's that going?
Badly. Azok is frustrating my efforts. I can't get the samples I need without an expedition. I can't lead an expedition without a permit. I can't get a permit without Azok's approval. And he will not give that approval. The return doesn't justify the risk, apparently. Fucking bureaucrat.
Can I take care of that for you?
Forget it. You won't convince that asshole. It's just... I get so angry.
Don't you get any Elex?
Yes, of course I do. But it doesn't work on me like it used to. One of my experiments caused me to... That's a story for another time, when I'm not dealing with expedition permits or that fuckhead Azok. Of course. How would you feel about temporarily or permanent...
Yeah.
Good. I can teach you something about how to make the substances to... You pick the... Great.
You said you...
Samples of these alien creatures, but I can't get any, so fuck it. I'm abandoning the subject. They wouldn't do that.
Ugh.
Get out! You have brains after all.
You better leave. Smart move.
Good decision.
Cora says you're getting in the way of her expedition.
Cora, the researcher. I assume you're referring to her plan to waste the lives of our troops investigating a vague rumor at the old converter.
Yeah, that Cora.
She is tenacious. I should have expected nothing else. Since the experiment, she has been difficult to deal with.
Experiment?
Cora was researching Elex distillation. There was a release of gas which she wasn't prepared for. It had a negative effect on her. If she wasn't so critical to our research effort, she would have been removed from our community long ago.
About Cora.
I assume you want me to approve her expedition to the old converter. So give me one good reason to do so.
The expedition won't be risky if I'm on it. I can handle anything we encounter.
So you and Cora can handle it alone. Those strange creatures won't be a problem for you, of course. Good. I therefore authorize the expedition. You and Cora will leave immediately. Good luck.
I was with Azok. He gave me the permit for your expedition.
I can't believe this. Amazing! Where's the escort? How many people did Azok approve for us?
No one.
Are you fucking joking? Azok wants us to go to the old converter alone? We may as well shoot ourselves now. Thanks for trying, but this is a shit idea. Or are you stronger than a squad of Albs?
I can wipe the floor with those animals in my sleep.
Unexpected confidence. Convincing, okay. But I warn you, if I die on this trip, I will kill you.
Let's start the expedition and...
I won't make a big speech. You all know the background to this expedition. Except you, obviously. Our scouts near the old converter have reported seemingly feeble examples of the alien creatures. Until now, we didn't know the creatures could age at all. It would be more efficient to explain on the move. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go to the old converter.
All right, follow on. Maintain the pace.
You were going to tell us what this expedition is about.
Let's get out of here first. I'll explain when we get outside. Are we all still together?
Looks like it.
All right, let's go. And let's pick up the pace. I assume your legs are functioning normally.
What actually happened back there?
What do you mean?
You're much more emotional than other Albs.
Oh, right, yeah.
Are you gonna tell me why that is?
You already know everything you need to. I should probably start by explaining what we're actually doing here. The purple creatures that nearly overran Maracor were sighted at the old energy converter. These particular specimens looked unusually weak. We're on this expedition to get tissue samples. And for that, I need you to kill one for me. I doubt they'll let us cut samples out of them while they're still alive.
What's so special about these creatures besides looking weak?
That's exactly what's so special about them. As far as I know, the creatures normally show almost no individual variation within a class. That's all I know. I'm not told much because my security clearance is kind of up here. But I digress. In any case, I need the tissue samples that how these creatures are created. Born, constructed, or just modified. I don't know. Knowledge of their true nature will be of great use to us. At least, I hope it will. They must have originally come from somewhere off to our right, Maripur. We better not go there. Too dangerous. I can't wait to show Azok I was right to make this expedition.
What do we actually do with the bodies after we take them down?
What do you think? We obviously can't carry them back without a lot more soldiers. So, I need you to cut samples out of them. I brought containers of nutrient solution to keep the samples alive. Hopefully. We're getting close. According to the reports, we're looking for a cave or a rock overhang or similar. Hopefully, we'll find them. Patience is not one of my strengths. Let's go. Patience is not one of my strengths. here we are. The question is, what's our approach? I don't want to get any closer to the converter. I have a gun, but I'm hardly trained with it.
You were carrying a gun. All this time.
Yes, but as I said, it's for emergency personal protection only, not offensive action.
If you can't fight, you better hide.
That was what I was thinking too. I'll wait close by. Do you have any questions before you go on?
Any idea where exactly we might find these purple creatures?
According to the scouts, there should be a small cave here somewhere. At the junction to Abessa, somewhere on the outskirts of the old converter. That's all I know. Just keep going further inland. Look for a small cave or something.
Here, take the tissue samples.
Thanks. Just a moment. I'll put them in the nutrient solution. We should head back. It's too dangerous to examine the samples here. I can get home alone safely. I know the safe and unsafe areas now. You want to come along?
I'll walk you back.
Are you sure? I don't need your protection anymore, and I wanted to take a look at the samples on the way. I'm not going to have time to talk to you.
You're right.
Understood. In that case, I'm going.
Get me...
Of course. I'll sync the... Your destination is an old factory. Be sure to upgrade your weapons. You should be prepared for any eventuality. Our statistical models suggested the situation on the Caracas border was manageable. So the unit sent there was... But that only explains their failure. Not... We need certainty.
Okay, spread out and take anything that's not nailed down. I don't want to see a pile of fucking scrap metal, you hear? Hey, you! We're here first, so fuck off! Find your own place to scavenge.
What happened here?
What happened here? What happened here? I look psychic to you? Back of the line, buddy. And don't count on there being much left when we're done with it.
You're not touching anything else until I know what's going on here.
Man, that's amazing you can even breathe without someone giving you instructions. Okay, so we found this merry band of brothers in a decidedly post-alive state. And now we're cleaning out their pockets. That's the deal. And it's not like we're finding a whole lot. That cleric had some piece of paper in his pocket, but that's it.
What's the paper say?
Take a good look at me. I look like the type who's ever read a fucking book in my life? Come on. I'm keeping it, in case I ever run out of paper. But you want it so badly, I'll sell it to you.
Here. Now give me the piece of paper.
Nah, you hesitated just a hair too long, my man. Yeah, let's add another 0 to that figure.
You want to practice the art of the deal? Do it somewhere else.
Look, I don't know how you earn your daily bread, but a man's gotta eat, and this is my way of surviving. I ain't no dummy. I know these guys on the ground are your buddies. That's why I'm charging extra. Although, their brothers aren't the friendliest fuckers around, so, let's try this again. 100 shards, and the shitty scrap of paper's yours.
Deal.
See? Don't you feel all good and squeaky clean now? That's an underrated feeling these days. Here, take it. Time to move out, boys. It's getting a little heated up in here. Time to move out, boys. It's getting a little heated up in here.
And here is your formulary.
Finally. Just what I needed. Well done. Here, this is for you. Now let me get back to my work.
Do you need any more help with your tasks?
These are all pretty complex calculations. I think most people would be overwhelmed by them. No offense.
Try me.
All right then. Let me think. Okay, listen up. An owl buys a sculpture made of pure Elex for 600 Elex. He then sells it again for 700. As he suspects he can get a better deal, he buys it back for 800. Finally, he sells it for 900 Elex. How much profit does he make?
He's left with 200 shards in the end.
Huh! That's right! I think that question was too easy. Listen, you seem really dedicated. But I think your skills would be put to better use elsewhere. I'm sure you have other things to do. Here, take this Elexit. I'm sure you could use it for your journey or whatever. I really do have to get back to work now. I've lost enough time already.
See you around.
I don't have the right item.
I'll take better care.
So, is that the end of Drbak?
Yeah, he's gone.
And you think letting him live was the right decision?
You see a lot. I think he's harmless.
But you can't be sure of that, can you?
We'll see once the shooting starts. If he's on our side, fighting for our cause, you'll have your answer.
Not good enough. He should be put in the ground.
You really have changed in the last few years.
I don't want to hear this.
Can't you see it? You're not the same person.
I have responsibilities, duties.
Being tough is all well and good, as long as it doesn't turn into delusion and blind rage.
Oh, you think you know everything, don't you? If only you were half the man you...
Stop. You're losing sight of what really matters.
Is that so? Maybe I should teach you some manners. Beat that insolence out of you.
Do you even hear yourself? That's not the Kaya who was once my dearest companion.
Enough of this. I don't have time for a walk down memory lane.
Then make the time. I'm worried about you. All I see is a resentful warrior who leads through fear. Carry on like this, and soon your own people won't trust you anymore.
Damn you, Jax. Let's speak clearly then. You want to be rid of me, don't you?
I want you by my side. I need your strength. But I also need you to have a clear mind and heart. We have an enormous task ahead of us. We can't afford any weakness.
All right. I should take some time. Go to the fort and think about all this. There's probably a lot for me to do there anyway.
Okay, you do that. We'll talk again in a few days.
I'll be leaving then. Look after our little one, won't you?
I'll check on him whenever I can.
How come you hardly ever came to the fort? And, I mean, the real reason. Don't you like kids?
Oh, that's about the toughest question any boy could ask his father.
I'm just a little disappointed in you. I wanted to have a family. A whole family. That's why the other kids called me a bastard. 'Cause you were never around, living like a hermit someplace else.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, numbskull. I'm ready for the next audience.
So what lucky faction leader are we talking to this time?
Judicator Reinhold. A trade deal with the Morcons could really help the clerics out.
How are you gonna get them to trust you? The clerics want to save humanity. The Morcons, not so much.
Just get me in there. I know what I'm doing.
Follow me.
Good.
Been to see the clerics again?
Without you, fat chance. Talk to the Brethren here for too long, and your brain will turn to mush. Their creator is just another straw they cling to.
But do you believe in their god?
What's that got to do with anything? Look, I told you, Morcons know how to get shit done. That's all that matters.
But the clerics trusted you with their troops, back when you were fighting the Albs.
Yeah, well, that was then, this is now. Things change.
The tunnel is secure. The Reavers are dead.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. Such an achievement deserves a proper reward. Her loot will be confiscated and put to good use. It would be wasteful to leave it to the rats, after all.
I get the feeling this was more about the loot than the Reavers for you.
Oh, come on. You've seen the state we're in. If an opportunity to improve our situation presents itself, I can't just let that go. Besides, if I didn't think like that, I wouldn't have sweetened the deal for you so much. You get the shards, I get the goods. Win-win.
I have something here that belongs to you.
It doesn't surprise me the details of this venture leaked out. Orders were obeyed with little thought or enthusiasm. Let me explain to you what happened. The key player in this effort was the Alp commander you sent me. She's proven herself a force to be reckoned with, one I could no longer do without. But a solution to our manpower problems has presented itself. The Alps. In contrast to what passes for a recruit around here, they're disciplined, well-trained, and versatile. Consequently, we now keep a lookout for them on our borders and accept them into our ranks.
That doesn't explain the dead bodies.
I don't think you fully understand. The Albs are only here because they want to be. Maybe it's better if you heard from them directly. One of my acolytes is giving them the guided tour. You'll find them in either the canteen or the production hall. When you've had a chance to say hello, come back to me. I promise, all your questions will be resolved. After that, I have a proposal for you, but more on that later. Orderly, over here.
Wow, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Gather up a few able-bodied men and empty out the old tunnel network in the north. Food, materials, whatever you find. Understood?
Yes, sir!
You can pile it all up in the merchant storehouse. Now go.
I brought Nasty with me. Right now she's a, Morcon messenger.
Ah yes, Nasty. I remember her. A commander who valiantly led our troops against the Alb offensive in Ignadon. What can I do for you today?
Is it true that you clerics got yourselves kicked out of your precious hoard in Ignadon after all?
Yes, well, one of the many burdens we must bear these days. It pains us to think of such a loss, the technical advancements we achieved in the Horde. And yet, if we had stayed, we would likely all have perished. One of those invader strongholds landed right at the entrance to the city, destroying almost everything.
Is that the real reason you left the Horde? Isn't it true that when the Albs invaded, they kicked your asses so hard you ran straight for the hills?
Careful now.
I cannot deny what she says. It was a choice we made. It was our only choice if we wish to ensure our survival.
Ha! You gave up at the first sign of trouble, and after all those fools put their lives on the line for you.
Did you come here purely to insult us?
Insult a coward like you? Wasted breath. What's left of your pathetic little tin-man army will be a heaping pile of scrap metal before long anyway. If it's not the Albs that do it, it'll be the swarm of creatures those invaders are spewing all over.
That is enough. This conversation is over.
Hey, look, we've got company. Get over here! I'm right here! That beast wants trouble! fucking cleric. Sending his machines after us?
Why'd you have to provoke him?
Oh, now you're on his side? They came after you too, you know.
You were the target. I was just in the way.
Whatever.
That your idea of negotiation? Getting everyone so pissed that they try and kill you?
Hey, back off. If people can't deal with a little truth, that's their problem.
Oh, bullshit. You were just looking to start a fight.
As if I asked for your fucking opinion. Unbelievable.
Just try to be more careful, okay? We might not be so lucky next time.
Yeah. I'll let you know when I'm ready for the next faction, okay? For now, I just want to train and let off some steam.
Guess I can't talk you out of it.
Don't waste your breath.
Tell me.
Yes, if you don't count the combat mechs. Completely unreliable, those things. Too glitchy. Anyway, I can't complain. It's a solitary job, but a cleric dedicates...
You can pick up your chow, or whatever you call it, in the canteen. It's right over here. We'll get to where you'll be working in a minute. Any questions so far?
Who's responsible for the Elex supply?
Didn't anyone tell you? We use it exclusively for the machines. Human consumption is strictly prohibited. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Anything else?
No.
In that case, I'll take you to the production hall.
Jax, you? Here? So Azok wasn't wrong. Shit.
What are you doing here?
Have you seen Judicator Hagen? I don't want to make a mistake. Talk to him first, then we can talk.
Already done.
Let me explain the situation to you then. You must have figured out by now that we've defected. I don't expect you to condone what we did, our treachery, but I need to explain why we did it. Given your past, I even hope that you can maybe understand, at least in part.
All right. But don't leave out any details. Azok's waiting for my report.
The whole thing went like this. We were supposed to patrol the southern border. It should have been a straightforward mission, but it was doomed to failure from the outset.
What was the problem?
We were divided. Some of us questioned the Order, questioned its efficiency. I mean, nothing we Albs do is a step forward. We create nothing. We leave devastation. We destroy habitats and pat ourselves on the back afterwards as if it's a victory. But the clerics have a vision in which all life has a place.
That's how I see it, too.
After you submitted to the directive again? Well, that's not what I expected. In that case, maybe you'll understand my next move. I transmitted our route and coordinates to the castle in advance.
You were trying to provoke a confrontation?
No, I just wanted to pique their interest, and it worked. But when we got there, nothing went like we'd planned. I was convinced I could persuade everyone over to our side, that they'd see the truth of it.
That was a mistake, as it turned out.
Yeah, we ended up pointing our guns at each other. The clerics had overheard everything and were forced to intervene.
What? So you killed your own people?
What the hell were we supposed to do? If they'd taken us back to the depot, we would have been executed. It was us or them. We have the right to a future worth living in, don't we?
I get you. Azok, on the other hand, will not.
We thought by disabling our trackers, he would consider us lost. Another mistake. Of course, I can't stop you from telling him the truth. That decision is entirely up to you. But talk to Hagen again first.
When did you realize you were going to defect?
I've had doubts about the Elb's goals for quite some time. With enough Elex, I could always silence them, but as the stuff got scarcer and scarcer, I had to admit the truth. I can't just blindly follow logic. Morality is increasingly important in my decisions.
I take it you've spoken to the Albs?
I have. Now what were you saying about a proposal?
Eager to get started, I see. That's exactly the kind of determination I need right now. We have a single troop of Albs, but it alone is not nearly enough to fill out our ranks. We need to increase our manpower, or we might as well give up trying to defend ourselves, because we're as good as dead. If the last deployment taught us one thing, it's that there's little benefit in sending out soldiers if they're likely to be killed. I need someone who knows how to handle themselves and others in combat situations. I need you.
Wait, I'm committed to the directive of the Alb.
That doesn't matter. Whatever team you're on, you only follow one person, and that's you. If I recall correctly, you were the one who asked how you could help. This is what I'm thinking. Albs will always replace a defunct troop with a new one. As one of their troops has defected to us, a replacement should be on its way. As we've seen, it only takes a few persuasive arguments for a group of Albs to reconsider their way of thinking. If those arguments came from someone within their own ranks, the chances of success are high. Of course, for you this would be something of a risky endeavor, but your efforts would be rewarded. If you make sure that the second troop finds its way here, I will grant you the rank of Regent, on an honorary basis.
You want me to take all the risk?
Succeed, and no one will be any the wiser. Fail, and you'll likely have to give up on your ambitions to become one of their commanders.
Okay. When should I set out?
I've transferred the coordinates to your adjutor. Get there as soon as you can. If our calculations are correct, this is where their reinforcements will arrive. Track down the troop, convince them to change sides, and make sure they find their way here. Okay? Now get it done.
About... Have you really...
That won't happen. And you should know why. The Albs are obsessed with efficiency. Such a show of strength would be too wasteful for them.
You're sure about that?
A handful of deserters does not warrant a retaliatory strike. Their directive would treat the defectors as nothing more than waste material, a sunk cost not worth trying to recover. An attack would use up valuable manpower, not to mention resources, while they're trying to deal with a new threat. So, you can rest easy.